Hi guys, so recently I started playing competitive Overwatch, and holy crap is it fun. I've actually been able to play it for a while, but I didn't really get into it, because I'm level like 114, I think, but I didn't play it I didn't start playing it until a few days ago. And competitive Overwatch is so much fun. I love it. The only thing that I don't like is that whenever you're in a match that normally has rounds, like if you're just playing quick play or like no limits or something, it can go up to like 5 matches or something. Like you play a little extra just because it's competitive, so it wants to be a little different or something. And I don't mind that, but it can be a little annoying sometimes when you forget it because you're like, oh, they won, and then you were like, oh wait, well, yeah, that can be a little annoying because sometimes you just kind of want the match to just be over because sometimes you just really want to play this certain mode or whatever. But yeah, competitive Overwatch is so much fun. I mean, it's fun. I love the rounds because it gives your team a chance. Like it gives both teams really like an even chance because it's showing 3 matches and whoever wins more. The only thing I don't like is with the payload, and like it gets weird. Like you only get points if you push the payload and you get it all the way. Well, if you get with the payload, it's weird because it does it by distance. So, like, depending on how close you are to the payload, to reaching the end, that's how many points you get. So, like, say you get to the very end, like, you're just about to get there, and then the other team stops you, you would get 2 points, but the enemy team would get 0 even though they won, which is kind of weird, but at the same time, it's kind of... Yeah, because I played a match where... it was payload, and my team, we were defending the payload, and then like last 30 seconds we lost it, which is very, very annoying. But anyway, we lost it in like the last 30 seconds, and then they started pushing the payload, and they beat us, and we already had 2 points from the previous round because we almost got there, but then they stopped us. And we ended up losing because they got 3 points when we only had 2 because they pushed it all the way, but we didn't. So, but it's a really fun mode. Like, I like it a lot. It's my favorite mode, I think, because it's so much fun. And whenever you play a match, you get like a third of a level. Like, seriously, that much? It's just one match. Like, seriously? Play the game is harder to get though, which makes sense because there's like 3 or 5 matches, just depending on what kind of mode you get. So it's quite a bit, it's harder to get play the game, but I've still gotten play the game. I think I got it once as a Junkrat. Because what happened is like the entire enemy team was on a point, and it was me and an Orisa, though we were the only people alive, and the Orisa put up a shield, and we were literally like right behind all the enemies, like most of the enemies, so I used my Riptire and destroyed them, and I got play of the game for that, because it was good. But that's the only time I've gotten play of the game so far, so it's a bit harder because it's play of the match rather than play of the game, or whatever, so it's a bit harder, but that's expected, really. Yeah, but competitive Overwatch is so much fun. And the one thing that's great about it is oftentimes in quick play, like, you'll get, like, a person who plays, like, chooses Widowmaker, Bastion, or Torbjorn, or Symmetra on offense, and you want to cry. But that doesn't happen much in competitive Overwatch. And when it does, it's usually Widowmaker, and since it's not no limits, it's only one person. Why do people on no limits, like, even if you're on offense, they'll try to get the entire team to be Widowmaker? And I'm the only person who's not playing Widowmaker. Just what? We're on offense. We're trying to capture the point. You don't need a sniper gun. Like, no. So, yeah. But that doesn't happen much, and I remember one match, and the person who had the best rank I was excited because I was like, oh, we have like someone with a good rank instead of just all bronze. We have I think they were silver, and then pretty quickly I discovered they were a Widowmaker main, and we were on offense, and I almost cried. Yeah. I'm only a bronze because apparently if you do a placement match in a previous season but then don't do all of the placement matches, it keeps them. And this was like from like the first season I ever tried. So there was something like season 2 when I was not quite as good as I am now. I don't want to say when I was bad because I'm still probably bad at Overwatch, but when I was not as good. So I got bronze because I didn't do a good job with my placement matches. But yeah. There's always next season. That'll happen in like a week probably. Yeah, the competitive Overwatch is so much fun. Though I really recommend it to anyone who hasn't tried it. Unless you're under level 25. Actually, I still recommend it to you. Once you get to level 25, play it. It's good. It's worth the wait. Yeah, but it's definitely very good, and you get loot boxes super fast, which I like. Because I've actually stopped playing the arcade, like the arcade modes and stuff, just because I've been like only playing competitive, and you get the same amount, you get the loot boxes just as quickly with like the 3-day things. Like if you win 3 matches, you get the loot box. It's like you get them just as fast, if not faster, with competitive Overwatch. But it's basically the same because when you win in competitive Overwatch, you get a third of a level, and when you win in an arcade, one of the arcade modes, you get a third of the way there to a loot box. So it's pretty much the same, except competitive Overwatch. I don't know if it's more fun actually. I like the arcade modes; they're fun. But yeah, competitive Overwatch is so much fun. And if you have not played it, I would highly recommend you would play it because it is a good game. Recommend it to anyone who has not tried it. It's good mode. It's great. So try it out, and I will see you guys next time probably.